Hey guys, Buffin Gaming back, bringing you another video today for our favorite weapon series. So today I'm going to go over the favorite SCAR variant that I'm using right now, which is the Mark 17 CQC variant that I'm using. I'm going to show you the attachments and then we'll show you some gameplay in the background here. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So if I back out here, you see the final design, and aesthetically you can see this is very pretty. This is basically very similar to what I see online with like a lot of the Navy SEALs, how they would run this in combat. Maybe not quite the CQC barrel, but one of the things that stands out with this one, if anybody played Medal of Honor Warfighter, this was a very similar build that we used in the single player campaign for that game. So what I'm doing for this particular build, let me just go ahead and strip it down to base, and I'll get rid of the camo here. What I'm using for this particular blueprint is I'm actually using the TRAITOR blueprint, but again, you don't need that. The only aesthetic value that this will have cosmetically, I guess, is going to be the black magazine when we're said and done. So if we were to back out to the armory here, you can see the builds that I have here are the TRAITOR, which is the blueprint you unlock in the battle stream, which I'll have a previous video on that, which I'll link in the description below. I have the Mark 20 SSR, which is the sniper variant of the Mark 17, and then the Mark 17 CQC. So this is obviously the final design we'll be reviewing today. So if I select the TRAITOR blueprint, again, you don't need this blueprint to make this build. You can use any old SCAR. The only cosmetic change is going to be, when we're said and done, is going to be the black magazine. So if I strip this down, first off, we're going to start with the muzzle. So I have been using a lot of the muzzle brake and the compensator. I'm not really sure which feels better on this one yet, but lately I've been running the compensator. What that's going to do is help us with our recoil control, our ADS speed, and aiming stability is going to take a negative hit for that one, though. So we'll go ahead and select the compensator. Now the barrel, the key attachment for this is going to be the ForceTech CQC Pro. So this is that short barrel to make the Mark 17 CQC variant. And what this is going to do is assist with our ADS speed and our movement speed. And the con is going to be the bullet velocity as well as the recoil control. So again, this is the 13-inch barrel for the MK17 or the Mark 17 CQC variant of the weapon. Go ahead and select that. Now laser, I'm a big fan of the TAC laser lately, especially for this weapon. The ADS speed on the SCAR itself is very, very slow, so we want to make it as fast as possible. So with the TAC laser, the only con here being that the laser is visible to enemies, is only applicable when you're ADSing. So you just need to be cautious about not holding ADS and waiting for people to come around corners, because then they will steal laser. So the pros for this one are the aim down sight speed, the aiming stability, and the aim walking steadiness. So we'll go ahead and select that. Also aesthetically, when this is said and done, it just completes the weapon, makes it look very nice. So now the optic, I personally have been using just the ForceTech hollow sight. I think that's good enough. I also do like the 4x flip sight for this particular build. I think that looks very sleek as well when we're said and done with it. But we'll go ahead and select this for now, just the straight combat hollow sight. Again, this is going to give us a minor hit to our ADS speed, but nothing major. Now the stock, believe it or not, I actually leave this because I want to use my attachments elsewhere. If you're really struggling with the ADS speed for this, you can do the collapsible stock, but I just found the handling on it with that just isn't right for me, so I've just been running it with the base stock. Now the perk we're going to skip, as well as the rear grip, and the ammunition we're also going to skip. You could run, I was running a 25 round on this, never a 30, but a 25 round. I think it's fine, but really I can make do with the 20 round pretty well with this particular build. And now the underbarrel, we're going to do that bipod foregrip. So this is the only bipod foregrip available in the game, to my knowledge. And this is going to assist us with our recoil control, as well as our crouch prone recoil control. So in your crouch and in prone, your recoil on the weapon will be mitigated a lot, which you'll notice. Now the cons being the movement speed and the ADS speed again, but you're going to take an ADS hit with almost every underbarrel besides the Commando and the Tactical. So we'll go ahead and select that. And now, camo-wise, personal preference, again, I'm running the Marshland camo. Seems to be my favorite right now. This really takes me back to the Battlefield 4 SCAR that I was using in that particular build. Just kind of completes it and makes it look very similar to what I was used to use in Battlefield 4. So again, there is our complete product for the Mark 17 CQC variant of the SCAR H. So one more thing here, if we were to swap in the 4x, you can see that just looks beautiful, right? That's a gorgeous looking weapon right there, very aesthetically pleasing, and I think this is actually, with that 4x flip, is actually more similar to I think, what you were using in the Medal of Honor Warfighter campaign. But again, I don't really have the engagements on this since it is more close quarters combat. You can engage at decently medium range, but I don't really have a need that I've found with the flip sight in multiplayer, so I'm going to stick with that standard holographic sight for this one. So this is the final build for the weapon, the Mark 17 CQC. So we did do a weapon convergence video on this way back in the beginning of this series, which I may have had a few different attachments on this, but lately this is the particular attachments that I've been using. You can see it's just a very nice, sleek looking weapon. I think this is probably one of the better loadouts you can get for the Scar in the game to help out with your ADS speed, where that attack laser definitely assists, along with that 13-inch CQC barrel that we have there as well. So overall, I think this is a really good weapon. This is actually one of my favorite weapons, along with, I think, the AK build that I did the other day there. And I think this one, I'm actually using the Scar probably almost more than anything online right now, and I really enjoy playing with this. It definitely is one of those weapons that does take more skill, I guess, to use outright, and just having to account for the slow ADS speed, having to get used to that, how it handles, etc. So I know at first, this was actually my really, besides the Kilo at start, this was the first assault rifle I used heavily. And again, going back to it lately, especially in realism mode, once you get the right attachments on it, I find it just works really, really well. And this particular build kind of lets you run and gun. Your ADS speed allows you to, your sprint out time is pretty fast and allows you to get on target pretty quick. And it's really actually pretty accurate compared to a longer barrel of the Scar. If you're trying to engage at medium range, it definitely is effective at that, even at full auto. So just keep that in mind. Now, one thing to note is if I had the regular standard barrel or even a longer barrel on that, the ADS speed is just almost abysmal. I think if you're going to use the standard barrel, you may even want to forfeit the compensator for a stipple pistol grip to assist even further with your ADS speed. I personally don't like the collapsed stock on this particular weapon. I just find it too hard to handle for me. But I was using this a lot in realism just with this particular build you see here. And then again with just a standard barrel that comes on the Scar H, and I would swap out the compensator for the stipple pistol grip in most cases to just give me that extra boost with the ADS speed. So this is the Mark 17 CQC favorite weapon that I've been using for our favorite weapon series. Let me know what you guys think below. Is this a build that you've tried so far? Have you used this yet? Have you have any desire to use this one? Again, the Scar is probably one of the first weapons that I've leveled up completely also. So this is by far one of my favorite weapons in the game. So let me know what you guys think below. Also, be sure to find my links to Twitter, Instagram down below in the description, as well as the Twitch page. So we'll be doing some live streams coming up. Also, I have some more weapon conversion videos coming this weekend, and probably this Sunday we'll be doing the live streams. I'll let everyone know what the schedule is tomorrow. I'm going to be doing some COD live streams, as well as hopefully some Escape from Tarkov. I'm playing a lot of that, and I think that's a game that if you guys are liking the type of videos I do on this channel, and I think we have a pretty solid following as far as dedicated fan base and the content. I know pretty much the content that everyone likes on this channel, it seems. We all share the same interests, so I think Tarkov would be a really good, interesting game for everybody. So do some live streams of that either on YouTube here or on Twitch, and stay tuned for that. I'll let everyone know when I go live on either or. I'll do a post on that. But let me know down below what your favorite weapon is. I'm curious to see what you guys are using most in the game. Also, ideas for a weapon conversion series, as well as blueprints you would like to see. So I did make a post, or I commented some things about blueprints coming out. I'm going to make a video probably this weekend on that. And Joel Emsley actually did reply to one of my tweets on my operator ideas for an operator pack with a blueprint for an AK Alpha, Russian FSB Alpha AK-47 that you guys have probably heard me talking about. So Joel Emsley actually did comment on that tweet. So he liked it and commented, so maybe that's something that we'll see going forward. So I'm going to actually do a dedicated video on that particular build and some other blueprints as well that I'm hoping we may see coming down the road in Season 2 and beyond as well. So let me know what you guys think, and until next time, Buckner Gaming, out.
That's a kill.
Falcon 301 route. First one, that's Personal radar drone standing by.
Got you.
Personal radar destroyed. Good impact, still hot.
I'm shot!
Enemy at the courtyard.
Reloading! Grenade out!
Personal
I
radar
never
drone
forget a
standing
face.
by.
Friendly recon online.
Copy. Falcon 301
Target
route,
marked.
personal
Send
radar
it.
coverage.
This is Builder 2. Copy. Cluster strike away.
Cluster strike. Let's go for launch. Enemy management building.
I'm reloading!
Ship standing by. This is Falcon. Personal radar depleted. Recalling to base. What's your position?
Requesting air support.
Arriving on station. Fire control is yours. You're clear to engage.
This is our fight. Stay focused.
Nice one. Good hit. Directed.
All in a good day's work.
Fuel's too low. We're out of time. Returning to base.